Welcome back to Historic Coin, the channel where history comes alive through the fascinating stories hidden inside coins. Today, we are diving deep into a remarkable piece of British numismatic history, the 1992 one-penny coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II. At first glance, this coin may look like a simple, everyday piece of copper-plated steel, but when we peel back its layers, we discover stories of royal heritage, national identity, and economic transformation. Every detail on this coin has meaning, from the portrait of the Queen to the iconic design of the crowned portcullis on the reverse side. In this video, we are not just going to talk about the coin as a currency, but also as a symbol of British culture in the late 20th century. If you are a true lover of history coins and the stories they carry, then I guarantee you will not want to miss a single second of this video. Stay tuned till the end, because the deeper we go, the more fascinating the story of this coin becomes. Historical context of the coin. The 1992 British one-penny coin was minted during a period of great transformation in the United Kingdom. The early 1990s were years of economic challenges, political debates, and significant changes in European relations. This coin circulated widely in everyday British life, yet at the same time it stood as a silent witness to major events. Think about it. Every penny passed through the hands of thousands of people, buying small items, exchanged in shops, and perhaps even saved by collectors. That is the beauty of coins. They are both ordinary and extraordinary at the same time. The 1992 one penny is more than just change in someone's pocket. It is a living link to a moment in history when the world was shifting in new directions. The obverse, Queen Elizabeth II. On the front side of the coin, known as the obverse, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing to the right and wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This portrait was designed by Raphael Makhlouf, whose initials can sometimes be found on the coin near the Queen's neck. The inscription around the edge reads, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, 1992. Every word in that inscription carries centuries of royal tradition. The image itself is not just a likeness of the Queen. It represents stability, continuity, and the monarchy's role in modern Britain. For millions of people, seeing her face daily on coins created a sense of connection to the crown, even during challenging political times. The reverse, crowned portcullis design. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic crowned portcullis with chains, a design long associated with the British Parliament, and also the badge of Westminster. This design was created by Christopher Ironside, a master of coin artistry who left an unforgettable mark on British numismatics. The portcullis, a type of medieval gate, symbolizes security and protection, while the crown above it emphasizes authority and monarchy. Below the design is the denomination 1, and the word one penny is written around the upper edge. This design became instantly recognizable, and it gave the humble penny a majestic feel, reminding everyone that even the smallest denomination carried national importance. Metal composition and specifications. The 1992 one-penny coin marks an interesting point in British coinage, because it was during this period that the Royal Mint began changing the metal composition. Earlier pennies were made of bronze, but due to rising costs, from 1992 onwards, many were struck in copper-plated steel. This shift in composition was not only a cost-saving measure, but also a reflection of technological changes in coin production. The coin weighs 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, and a thickness of around 1.65 millimeters. Though small, these precise measurements ensured consistency across millions of coins. The use of steel also made the coins magnetic, which added a new layer of practicality in handling large quantities of currency. Circulation and usage. For ordinary citizens, the 1992 one penny was one of the most common coins in their pockets. It was used daily to buy small items, to make exact change, and often ended up collected in jars at home. Pennies may have seemed insignificant, but they played an essential role in the functioning of everyday trade. Shops, markets, and even children saving pocket money all depended on the humble penny. By 1992, the UK had already adjusted to decimalisation, which had been introduced in 1971, so the penny had been firmly established as part of the decimal system. The coin helped keep small transactions smooth, and without it, the economy would have faced challenges in balancing prices accurately. Collector's perspective. From a collector's viewpoint, the 1992 penny is interesting not because it is rare, but because of its transitional importance. This was one of the first years where the Royal Mint introduced copper-plated steel pennies in large numbers, making it historically significant. Collectors often look for coins that mark changes in design, composition, or minting technology, and the 1992 penny ticks all these boxes. While the coin itself may not carry high monetary value in circulation, in numismatic terms it is a key marker of British coinage evolution. Many collectors keep examples of this penny in pristine condition as part of their collections, ensuring that the legacy of this small but meaningful coin continues. Symbolism of the design. The symbolism of the crowned portcullis goes deeper than just Parliament. Historically, the portcullis has been a symbol of defense and protection since medieval times, often used in castles and fortifications. By adopting it as a national emblem, the UK highlights the importance of safeguarding democracy and governance. The crown on top ties this idea of protection to the monarchy, reminding everyone that Britain's identity is a balance of democracy and royal tradition. This makes the coin not only a piece of currency but also a powerful cultural emblem. For those who carried it in their pocket, perhaps unknowingly, they were holding centuries of symbolism in the palm of their hand. Economic value and inflation. Another fascinating aspect of the 1992 penny is how its value has changed over time due to inflation. In 1992, a penny still had purchasing power for small items, such as sweets or part of bus fares. However, as the years passed, the value of a penny diminished significantly. By the 2000s, many people considered pennies almost useless, often discarding them or leaving them in donation boxes. Yet, despite this decline in purchasing power, the penny remained a crucial unit for accounting and pricing. It shows how coins can lose their economic value, but still maintain cultural and historical importance long after they stop being practical. Global recognition. The British penny, especially with Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, is one of the most globally recognized coins. Tourists visiting the UK in 1992 would often keep pennies as souvenirs, fascinated by the intricate design and the image of the Queen. For many foreigners, the penny became a tiny piece of British identity they could take home. Over time, these coins spread across the world in travelers' pockets and coin collections, giving them a global presence far beyond their original purpose. This wide recognition makes the 1992 penny not only part of Britain's history, but also part of a broader global story of exchange, travel, and cultural connection. Legacy of Queen Elizabeth II on coins. One of the most important aspects of the 1992 one penny is that it belongs to the long line of coins featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Over her reign, 5 different portraits of her were used on British coinage, reflecting her aging gracefully through the decades. The 1992 version shows her with a youthful yet regal appearance, symbolizing stability and continuity. These coins became not only currency but also a timeline of her reign, with each design marking a new era. Collectors and historians alike value these coins because they are tangible reminders of one of the longest reigning monarchs in history. The role of the Royal Mint behind every coin lies the expertise of the Royal Mint, the institution responsible for producing the UK's currency. In 1992, the Royal Mint ensured that millions of pennies were struck to the highest standards, balancing tradition with modern production techniques. The Mint's history stretches back over 1,000 years, and each coin it produces carries that weight of legacy. The 1992 penny was part of its ongoing mission to provide reliable, high-quality currency for the nation. For the Mint, even the smallest coin was treated with respect, because every piece represented the face of the nation's economy. In conclusion, the 1992 British one-penny coin is far more than a small piece of copper-plated steel. It is a link to history, a work of art, and a cultural symbol. From the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II to the crowned portcullis design, every detail reflects the values, traditions, and identity of Britain at the time. Though its purchasing power may have faded, its legacy as part of British numismatic history remains strong. For collectors, historians, and everyday people who once carried it, the coin is a reminder that even the smallest denominations can carry the biggest stories. Here on Historic Coin, we believe that coins like the 1992 penny deserve to be remembered, studied, and appreciated, because in them we find the history of nations written in metal.